Phoenix to boot. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Toronto, are you ready? Let's see just how chaotic this can get.
This is going to be quite interesting. YZ plays the Neon on Lotus a lot, taking first contact. It's a little bit of damage, but is at least able to clear the space.
Exchange of some shots. They want to go ahead and re-clear this garage position. They're able to do so, but he go out here at window. Comes up with one. Well, not really able to find too much there off the flash, as Russia's going to be noted. Sends out a paranoia, but there's just too many bodies here in window. As Penny is cooking them! Levius and K-Knight both burning to death. Neff is able to find Camo, but he's going to get caught off guard. There's going to be a pistol take here as Liquid get themselves on the board nice and early on Haven.
This is uncharacteristic to me for BLG, for them to get that aggressive post-plant. This is usually a team that's so happy to just plant their feet and wait things out, make their opponent make the move, but they try to catch Team Liquid a bit off guard here in Garage. The early flash push is good, then the hot hands right into the cyber cage, catches K-Knight and Levius as they're trying to get out. And then it's just Neff on his own. Not much he can do there. Team Liquid players coming from a couple different angles. Patty Tech, he's been the hype guy for Team Liquid, and they're able to get a pistol, something they couldn't do on Icebox.
With the defuse handed over. It's going to be Penny halfway towards having to run it back online. Minor amount of damage going to be pushed forward there onto Neff. Quick clear on the cam. Is confirming, yes, he is in fact still in the sewer. Alarm bomb at the ready. Push getting ready to come in, and Serial looking to try to cut them down. Does manage to find himself a second elimination as the outlaw shot. The second one will connect. Kiko gets rid of YZ. Now just Neff and Levius. Sheriff in a classic to try to see if they can get a bit more damage through.
Well, Levius might get the read that A is open, although Patty Tech kind of angling in that direction.
But how do you even safely try to get Neff over towards this site at this point?
Can't.
He's gonna have to fight his way out, finds a headshot, they're on to one. Now knows Penny's position, but Kiko will just peek in. That's a spike now dropped. Levius needing to try to win this out, is able to do so. Suddenly, the damage dealt looks a hell of a lot better. 2 players alive, a Bulldog now upgraded for Levius, 65 HP. See if he can get a little bit more dealt with. No, he cannot. Penny snappy with a headshot. It spares them any more losses, but that's still 3 weapons gone.
Yeah, really like the early layering here by Team Liquid with Serial. Trying to play off some of that KJ utility. Gets overwhelmed, but then you've got the Outlaw in Kiko's hands
enemy remaining
to lock down that extra angle. Make it really difficult for BLG, but they fight back. They get some big kills. And that's just the Phantom and the Outlaw carried over. A couple Ghosts and a Sheriff for Camo. And otherwise, it's Phantoms and, yeah, all Phantoms. Rishia thinking about it. Okay, goes for the Vandal, but style choice there. YZ with the Vandal as well.
A little bit odd. As, okay. He's getting cooked again. Same 2 players. This time, not going to be taken down, but that is so much damage dealt off the rip as Liquid look to convert this bonus.
Trap play. Comboing the util there for Liquid. Going to set Kiko up here with the drone.
Shots flying. Kiko eating quite a bit of damage there in exchange. Down to 14. Still is alive, though. K-Knight spotting out on the Serial. He's just going to rotate back around the back site at C.
But you can see BLG there not liking that info's been given over. Kind of leaned in the C site direction for a little bit. K-Knight still making some noise. Trying to keep the extra players on that side of the map.
Curveball connecting on the 2. Penny gets one. Looks to just go ahead and get out. Camo swinging in from the top of the ramp is able to find that elimination. Just trading it out. Trying to keep protected as Penny holds his ground for another. 2 players now left alive with Levius down to 36.
30 seconds
This is very doable for Team Liquid as the shock darts absolutely tear K-Knight asunder. 55 HP here on the Sova. Patatek can get the quick peek here with this Outlaw. Any amount of damage come away with the kill. Plays it patiently, sets up the recon. Quick clear, the spot out. K9 able to find one. Levius gets himself a third, and there's the fourth. As BLG scraped by with a round win. But it is not comfortable at all.
Well, it's tremendous stuff by Levius again, able to find just enough open space to get into that A site and bail Billy out. This looked like it might be a bonus conversion. He swings through, takes Camo down. I think something you've got to start considering here really quickly for BLG is figuring out where that Phoenix is. That almost completely shut down their round. Penny had a really good read and was able to use those curveballs so effectively there. He's 5-1 too.
Quick little push. Camo getting tucked here at Cubby. Triple stack on this C site. BLG still sticking around as the drone's going to come in up over the top. Camo able to go ahead and quickly reposition as Patatek just fishing for any kind of damage that he can find, but let's go whizzing past, but unconnecting.
Rushia's got a judge here. Let's see what BLG wants to do with this, but for now, rotation, and it's shut down. Camo trying to push out the doors.
Hell of a shot there from Nev. Right the pick. Not sure if Kiko had been scouted, but now he certainly will be. The neural depth getting the ping reveal. He spot out 3 players towards this C side. It's once again just a bit of a delay here from K9, just trying to keep interest on this side of the map, but the rest of Billy ready to push forward, but Wisey, the great position to get the jump there. Headshot does connect, and Penny, he's up on the floor. Paranoia, dodge, Serial, trying to hold down the site. He's unable to do so. Wisey eventually does get flushed out. K9 now starting to make his way around here. Well, there's a very long, deep lurk. The wire cleared, a couple shots narrowly, not connecting. There's K9 now overhearing, seeing the jump, but not able to come away with the kill. Is that enough to spur Liquid on to try to go for a retake? Still do have some time on their side, but I know that they're playing against 3, and they're actually going to get the Rolling Thunder out as well. Dodged by Patatek. They can't really scale forward. Still just too many angles to try to clear here. As it looks like in the end, yet the call to save will be made. BLG have to invest in ultimate, but they keep 3 players alive, and they're going to tie it 2-2.
Yeah, love the way that they're spreading the map here as BLG, making some noise around the backside. That baits out Camo, and Neff is very ready for it. Neff is one of these players who really likes to hold some tight angles for his team to find those opening kills. He's a really, really heady player. Knows where to be, when to be.
I'm out of here.
And he finds a great opener there. But this kill on the backside almost cost BLG dearly. It got the ult out. That definitely hurts. That Rolling Thunder, very big piece of the puzzle on this attacker side. And now you've got a weaker buy. Couple rifles there. Penny does have the run it back. Just a Sheriff in hand. Maybe just invest it off the rip here out the door. We'll see.
Now just an exchange in the darts. Cleared out. Patatek very much disconnected. Back onto the site. Lob on the shock dart here. Let's try to see if they can clear out any util in case that alarm bot might be situated out front of B. You can see though, full KJ setup there to try to hold down the C site.
Look at Camo. He's like, YZ was here earlier. Maybe it'll work for me.
Tucked into the Scubby. Just the Sheriff. As for now, Serial going to be spotted by the drone. Push forward into the garage, but here comes the slip around the back. Camo looking to try to get the backstab, but now he's going to be spotted. Neff, the very moment that they needed him. Clearance gets line of sight. Does manage to get that kill. Kiko with the Vandal gets 2 nasty taps. And suddenly, Team Liquid on for this round win. YZ does manage to break open the A side a bit. Fast lane to try to delay. Weapons, maybe one can be recovered. Serial reroutes and looks like he's going to do just that. We'll be able to pick it up. Still just going to be Penny here. Hand it over now. Gets the Vandal, and that run it back could certainly come into play. And it's going to. Swing timing, YZ able to find one, but now it is all on Neff. Intercepts the Phoenix, cancels the ult.
Just one flash.
Slowly drifts back, gets himself tucked in over at long. Time ticking, getting lower and lower. The tap, the push forward, the headshot. He's gonna re-swing, and he catches Penny completely off guard. Red Bull clutches his, as is the lead for BLG.
I love the proactivity here by YZ and Neff. You know the ult's there. You know Phoenix has it. You know he's going to be setting up outside of that door.
Go.
YZ says, well, I'm just going to try to go for it, see what I get out of it. Neff plays this brilliantly right as the hot hands is coming through. Oh my God. Incredible.
Almost gets martyred by that molly on the ground. Does manage to go ahead and keep the weapon. It's rounds like that that are going to enable him to just very quickly build up another Rolling Thunder. He's just about at the halfway mark as there's a ping reveal out onto Patty Tech. Looking to try to stun him out, but it's going to be Kiko actually over towards Sewer who gets caught. Very pacey hit here from the side of Billy. As now there's a Hunter Spear. They're all scattering to the wind. Russia trying to collect but cannot. Camo doing well to find that kill. They've got two players tagged up. Penny now trying to get the heals coming in. Serial trading it back as YZ falls. Penny finding Nev. Camo finding K-Knight. Suddenly Levius, last one standing. Eats the relay bolt. Finds Serial, the low HP member, but Penny with 22 health will go ahead and trade it back, and we are tied up at 3-3.
Man, after such a beautiful start to this round for BLG, Team Liquid catches fire with the rifles. It's a great early util usage here by BLG. Setting up YZ to find this first kill onto Penny. The Hunter's fearing to set up Rusia, but they just can't connect the shots. There's too many targets here. Rusia, a little shake of the head there. YZ caught a headshot as well there onto Camo, I believe, in that exchange. They were all so weak, and yeah, that's frustrating.
Target rich and aim poor. Rusia hasn't been able to get himself on the board quite just yet. 0-5-4 at the moment. That was a critical moment for him. Couldn't make it happen. Overdrive pop from Camo. Quickly takes space outside of C. I think he actually caught a glimpse there as well as YZ. Very snappy. Gets a shutdown onto Penny.
I was just about to say, YZ's got his ult. Maybe he could pass the rifle over to somebody else. You know what? Never mind. Just let him do it. Just go ahead.
Finds the opening kill. And overall, the 5v4 conversion from BLG on the previous map was very good. See if that rings true here on Haven, as they still do have two players with just pistols behind. This would be a very big round win.
Kind of a tucked in position there for Serial. Has the lockdown at the ready.
And all of the info right now. The alarm bot gives it up even more so, but you see, I mean, Camo sliding around the back. There is not a tripwire set up to intercept him. It's just the one in window, so no real way to try to get a read on this one. Yeah, that doesn't do that. And Camo now striking as they try to escape. They're all going to be corralled into the corner. Gets himself another headshot there. K-Knight taken down to 50. Neff still fighting though. Comes up with two. Looks for a little bit more. YZ on the pop of the overdrive. Instantly gets the elimination. And that now leaves Kiko all by himself. The swing coming in. Eventually is able to find that kill. Can he escape is the question. Neff is on the hunt. On the prowl, pushing forward. Waiting for him to come down the stairs. Another multi-kill round here for Neff as Billy regain the lead.
These rounds are wild. When it feels like one team has an advantage, it feels like somebody's got a good read. The other team is turning things on their head. I mean, this early kill, okay, great. And then you've got this backstab from Camo, and I'm like, all right, this is Team Liquid. And then Neff has been incredible here on this A site.
Well, even though the round count is...
I mean, obviously it was going to be a different Team Liquid, but Billy's showing us some new stuff as well. A couple sheriffs. Serial, just a classic.
It's just going to be a mid-rush here. Paranoia out, TP forward into the window. Nothing going to be spotted. Plenty of noise made. It's Penny. To try to see if he can spot anything out. There's a swing in, though, and Russia gets himself on the board. Big kill in the round. Re-peeks and instantly gets the dink, and the spray down is okay. He's alive and well, it would seem. 3 quick kills, and Liquid trying to go for the rush play and come up empty-handed.
It's a great reaction off the rip from Rusia. See what Patty Tech wants to do. Low on health. Still trying to identify targets is Rusia. Recon not going to spot Kiko. Can find anything. Nope. K-Knight not having any of that.
And just instantaneous with it. Patty Tech needing to die. Looks like he's going to try to hunt to find something, try to get some damage in, but won't be able to make it happen. Levius finds it, and that's going to be Billy now stretching the lead by 2 rounds as they pull off a flawless.
Yeah, Rusia has been so good in VCT China. He has really been a standout player on this controller. Slow start on Haven. Great round to pick it up. Great identification here that it was going to be a fast mid hit from the side of Team Liquid. And he's tasked with a tough one to hold the line there while the rest of his team goes towards the C site to get the plant through. And he executes it brilliantly.
Ooh. Looking for some chip damage there. Does put Neff down to 78. Penny obviously heal.
Got the ult.
Yep, get forward into the blaze wall.
They've been
Have to run
patient.
it back.
Yeah, they've been patient with the run it backs. Looking for contact or saving it for the retakes.
It's very much not prescribing to the Paper X style.
No.
Where it's just like,
Oh, we have ult used.
Go. Yeah, ult go now.
The question is it too reserved? For now, though, Snail's pacing the round, something that we haven't really been seeing too much, and a lot of patience will be rewarded. As Neff, the raid boss himself, ends up getting taken down, and that's that Rolling Thunder now that you do not have to be concerned about for the remainder of this round.
It's a nice little identification here by Team Liquid. You know, Neff's been kind of guarding that angle, and it's cost them. Spot from Levius. Just going to have to use the cage to get out. Meanwhile, oh man.
Meanwhile, Serial's just pushing forward, and the ult is there. It's almost like Risha realized that they were going to lose their player and have the spike on the floor. Instantaneous to get the pickup.
Makes a TP.
Spike now planted. YZ staying tucked here into the corner. Shrugs off the relay bolt. Risha instantly gets the clear here. Paranoia going to be sent, but they haven't scouted YZ. As Risha finds another. TP's for the reposition to push forward, looking for timing there as Levius is able to find one. Swing around the corner though, and Penny will be able to get the final kill. Team Liquid, the timeout call, seemingly working a treat. Still costly, economy not in the greatest position, but they get the round win. Just one separating.
But they're finding those moments now to punish some of the tendencies that they've been seeing from BLG. The early kill on the Neff here by Kiko. Saw the head there a little bit over the box. And then getting the cross, expecting the change in position. Nice heads-up play from Rusia. That Phoenix so annoying in moments like that.
Nice, boys, beautiful.
Those close quarters battles, those tight angles where those curveballs are so effective. Makes it so challenging. Team Liquid still keeping it close. 1 round behind. YZ thinking about trying to take a little bit of space. Serial wise to it. He remembers what happened last time.
Continues to press this. They'll find that C site relatively open.
It's just a little bit suspect. Not seeing any resistance there. BLG.
Attack reading as well. Drone doesn't look right. It actually hasn't spotted, but now they know. There's the reveal, and now Levius is in a bad spot. Down to 25. TP forward. There's Kiko just refilling that space in Cubby.
YZ gets damaged.
And Levius has not read this at all, so he just gets taken down. The spray going to be a little bit off, though. Camel unable to find that kill. Neff fighting back. Finds it, and K-Knight expounds upon it. Spatatech gets taken down. YZ looking for the timing swing. Come away with one, but the trade up here is just monsters from Billy. 3 players still alive. Kiko. We have a fault line ready, just off any kind of contact. No, they just send it on a timing, and that leaves him dead to rights. K-Knight with the 3K, BLG now up to 6.
I mean, YZ is just being so aggressive at A-Link. He is either just pushing through that door or holding the door one way or another, and it is giving Team Liquid fits. Neff there, able to just barely scrape through in that battle. But you can see then right away he's able to call through. Guys, they're pushing, spam that angle, and they profit through the smoke. Nicely done. And yeah, that's got to be frustrating for Patty Tech. And now you're back onto a weaker buy again for Team Liquid.
Dealt a really tough hand. You can tell that the round results very much getting to them here. Russia just stunned up. Doesn't know where he's going. Eventually just kind of dog walks out into long. Gets taken down there by Penny. 2 away from another run it back. Should be able to have that to try to close out the half. As Levius, though, lingering here in window. Unscouted, hearing all of this noise. The swing now coming through. He's instantaneous with the first. Looks for a little bit more. Penny desperately trying to fight his way through. Allow for this KJ to join in, but we'll be able to collect the kill all the same. Spike, however, still planted. Relay bolt going to be sent. The swing forward. YZ ends the transfer! He knocks him out of the park! Neff blinded up, doesn't give a damn! Holds down the spray. Is Billy locking in the lead.
This is just a wild round for Billy. Russia has no idea what's going on over here, but he buys a lot of time. He's got 3 players over on that A side because of that push out. That opens up the space for him to get the plant, and YZ finds his moment. He's been waiting. He's been chomping at the bit for that angle. Throws the relay. Dashes in. He gets 2. He is just so talented individually.
And now he's got an attack off on the Neon. TP forward once again. Bit of a window mid-crunch here. As Penny sending out that curveball, but will just be snapped back. All value ultimately not going to be found as Camo similarly is pushing out with no assistance. Ends up falling to the wayside. Kiko is at least able to find a kill. Tag down to 25. He has to use the ult just to get out safely. The dust settles. We find ourselves now on a 4v4.
It's just crazy. Team Liquid is just trying to press the advantage, but YZ has the angle held.
Llamas Team Liquid, they need to try to re-clear. They need to try to get information. It leads to them just dry swinging. Still going tit for tat here. It'll be a 3v3.
Gotta be careful.
Oh. Quite a bit of damage dealt. The kill cannot be found.
Man, you want to keep K9 alive. He has that ult for the post plant. That was crucial that he wins that fight.
Serial in position. Could go for the lockdown over at window.
30 seconds left.
And we'll just do it on timing.
Hi, I'm pissed.
BLG, they will go ahead and push off the back of this. Side plant towards that A connector. Serial's able to find one. Neff gonna be taken down. K9 down to a sliver of HP, but YZ still breathing. Still firing back. It all comes down to Kiko, and he cannot make it happen. The 3K from YZ, BLG up 8-4 at the half.
YZ is having one hell of a series. 15-9 in that half. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Well, Team Liquid needing to rally back. We'll see if they're able to do it after halftime.
One enemy
Russia, lone occupant here at this C site, does have a cam as well. Serial looking to maybe try to break through this garage position, but YZ staying quiet, saying tuck. No, actually swings out, dies. And Serial nearly gets himself a second kill. Hot hand's gonna be lobbed in there. Camo able to find Levius. His spike can now be planted. Being revealed, but no way to really play off the back of that.
Great usage of the util early again for Penny.
Curveball getting the connection. Camo finding the shots. Double, just death ball push here from the duelists. Gets Team Liquid their second pistol win here on Haven.
It's again another pistol round that's just a scrap around the garage. And Team Liquid comes through 2 times now. They're able to get the pistol wins here on Haven, but they're going to be able to convert that further. YZ just looking for a timing there, and it's absolutely roasted. Speaking of roasting, Penny doing a great job there. Using that hot hands really nicely to flush Levius into a position where he was an easy kill for Team Liquid. Really good reactive play from them.
It's the exact start that they needed. Once again, hefty investment. This time do have Serial with just the Ghost.
Kind of curious if Billy was thinking about challenging that orb. Looks like it, and Team Liquid not really content to try to fight for that, so over to the other side of the map they go. I mean, again, most teams when they run Phoenix, they just want to get these ults going as quickly as possible. And Team Liquid will find the open side of the map, so seemingly for BLG, looking for ways to die to the spike once this one goes down.
Almost certainly. Maybe you send YZ in there with the frenzy, try to gap close and
That wouldn't
get a
surprise
pick.
me. Yeah.
All right. We'll hand this over to Penny. Says, yeah, I'm over halfway to having that run it back, so let's go ahead and give me the plant.
Guys, I couldn't get the C orb. I need the I need the spike plant orb, please.
Why is he thinking about trying to go for that push in towards A lobby? Is, of course, being watched by 2 players. They have the alarm bot at the top of sewers as well. Looks to reroute. Billy. They know that if they're going to get any kind of damage here, it's going to have to be just a full 5-man death ball push in towards the site.
Like to see Serial go for it. Oh, they're just going to shuffle the guns and send Penny.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense. Get those ult orbs.
Wants to go hunting. Goes at the ready to sprint for the slide out. Does get that kill. That's going to be ult online going into the next round. Looking for a little bit more damage, but seems like it's just not quite going to be found. So 2 spike deaths here for the side of Billy is Liquid. Start off the half 2-0. Retain all of their weapons this time.
This is a really nice anti-eco. Hard to do it much better. And just reading the map really nicely. You know, you don't have your normal IGL here for Team Liquid, so it's kind of a bit more of a committee that's going on behind the scenes. We've heard some rumors that there's a couple players that are being more vocal than normal, maybe Kiko, maybe Patty Tech getting involved. But certainly, you know, just trying to find the flow, trying to find the feel of the game. And they're setting up for a B hit, maybe. That run it back. Clear the tripwire. And the site is wide open for the taking here for Team Liquid. Stuff does come through. You can see K-Knight shifting over.
Not going to dissuade much when you have an Eon. Camo is sprinting in towards backside. K-Knight does get the shutdown. Penny interrupted. And Camo is absolutely tearing them asunder. 2 quick kills going to be found. Paranoia gets sent out. And, oh, a timing there. Penny unable to escape. Still, though, damage dealt as Keiko set up here at backside. And Russia now all alone to try to clutch this out. In all likelihood, we'll just have to try to go for a save. This is going to be a bonus converted here for Team Liquid as they are clawing their way back into this map. 3 rounds consecutively, 1 separating from tying things up. As Russia now just has to try to stay alive.
They're going to send Kiko out to try to hunt him down. Let's see if he can get him in time.
Slowly working his way up the stairs. Goes in for the swing. Russia will be able to shut it down. Finds that elimination, but Team Liquid not going to be breaking a sweat about that final death. It's got cash aplenty and a bonus converted.
The pace that they're coming at BLG with. So aggressive. Camo and Kiko just deadly with those rifles. Doing a great job making sure that any of those flanks and other angles are just shut right down.
Yeah, clearly not bothered about dying there.
No. No reason to be. And they're just doing a great job finding the open sites 2 rounds in a row where BLG has left. Oh, wow. YZ.
And that's the outlaw. Finds that kill up and over the top. There's Russia just kind of dancing around on the B site. Does get a bit of damage on the Camo, but cannot confirm the kills. 4v4. With all of this chaos in mid, this does allow for Neff to slide forward, gets himself tucked in, and Penny is quick to trade it out, but cannot prevent the deaths as K-Knight similarly does shut down the Phoenix. Suddenly we go into a 2v2. YZ working his way across towards this A site. Levius slowly drifts his way in towards Hell. Sheriff in hand in this position, completely and utterly uncleared. Can he find the timing to interrupt the plant? No, can't do that, but he can certainly collect one. And Serial will get taken down. Kiko trying to get the spray, but YZ dances around him. The defuse to come through, and Billy, they stop Team Liquid from tying this up. They maintain the lead. Now 9-7.
That was a nice combo play there for Levius and YZ. YZ uses that fast lane to set Levius up that he can get around that box. That was so nicely timed, and all these little traps that they've set up with the stingers. K-Knight there flashed up and just held the trigger down. YZ just runs out in the open, almost dies. 1 more bullet and he was gone. Just barely able to get through. He's pumped up.
There's a hell of a pop-off. Close but no cigar for the side of Team Liquid. It was basically a thrifty. That one's gonna sting just a bit. Will purchase across both teams though. Wisey catching the glimpse, but can't quite find the elimination. Serial keeps his life intact. Narrowly so, as he takes even more damage on the way out.
Man.
Down to 55.
Looking to dip back over towards the C site maybe, or B, depending on what they can find that's open.
Spot out on the 2, but Levius a bit whiffy there with the spray. Just setting up the wall as Neff peek in from that A connector, able to find one, but Camo shuts him down. Knife onto the alarm bot, the window being watched. Overdrive now popped as Team Liquid go for a pivot across over towards that C site. Russia, however, tucked in at the cubby. He's gonna look to try to catch them off guard here. Caught a glimpse, but cannot catch the shots. Hunter's Fury, however, out from K9, able to find Serial as the plant goes down. The swing forward, Russia clutches out Camo as it's now all down to Paddingtech, and he cannot make it happen. 3 players left standing. Billy, get to double digits.
Man, the coordination on these retakes for Billy is so good right now. And that's great patience from K-Knight. Heard Team Liquid stomping over towards C and was nipping at their heels and found a kill, gets his ult, lets it fly. Huge stuff here. Right on the money with that Hunter's Fury. And that is setting up Rushia and
Levius sat here towards back site. Paranoia goes across, TP towards top plat. We'll see that the site is opened up, and that's going to be the plant now. Coming in here for Team Liquid. BLG quickly getting clustered up as a 3-man push in towards a window. Drone going to be cleared out. Needs a little bit of damage here. Let's go for the reposition. Spots out the camera, clears that. YZ trying to sprint his way in, ends up falling to the wayside as Keiko comes up huge. 3 quick kills, and the timeout call works a treat. Team Liquid right the ship, and they get it done in damn near flawless fashion.
I mean, once again, Team Liquid just finds the weak side and presses that advantage, and BLG can't really get their footing for this retake. It's just shut right down. YZ just trying to dash in, be a human recon drone there, try to cause some distraction. Kiko's having none of it, and Bile.
Neither is Bile.
Yeah, Bile not thrilled again.
It's going to be an immediate timeout call in response here from Billy. Maybe going for a timing shot. Paddingtech eating a bit from the shock dart, sends the peak, and now operator is going to be confirmed, but it's going to be a fast push coming through out of the sewers. YZ on the re-peak, however, here at long, able to find one. Camo gets a kill onto K9. He's just going to no-scope him. Right into the back is Neff, trying to play anti-flash, but Paranoia connects onto him all the same. Still gets himself aligned against the boxes. Kiko TPs across towards the defender spawn. As the spike gets wrapped around.
You should run.
Lockdown in play. Curveball coming through, but Russia ahead of it. But a huge timing as he is just strafing him. You can't be doing that to him. What a shutdown, Billy. Just absolutely swat away all of the efforts, all of the attempts from Team Liquid.
Just great stuff from YZ. Knew he had to deal with Camo.
Show me this.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah. All right.
You get those sometimes. That first one was great.
Are you enjoying yourself, Gio? Because I'm not.
I'm having the time of my life, to be honest, bro.
At least they're taking it all in stride here. Let's see, though, if they're going to run this back. Team Liquid, it needs to start now, but Penny is out into the open. Ultimate immediately nullified by Russia up on top of the box. Look at the double peek, but YZ! How's he got here? I haven't even looked at the minimap. He's suddenly in around the back, outside of a lobby. That attack dead. There's nowhere to go but forward onto this A side. Serial Kiko desperately fighting back. As Penny does find Russia. A 2v2. Penny slowly ticking up, getting some heals, but Serial dead from above. And finding the timing as it now comes down to Penny. To try to clutch this out. To keep Liquid afloat, to give them the opportunity. It's been a while since he's been on a master stage like this. A curveball in hand, but he doesn't need it! Red Bull clutch off the back of the 3K. Penny, he keeps him in this.
And the Canadian local comes up huge for Team Liquid there. It looked like this might be curtains. YZ's in your back lines. You're getting chewed apart trying to get onto the site. It's a 2v1 here at the end. Penny able to dodge the op shot and catch Neff at the wall. And that's huge, and another frustrating one for the coaching staff of Billy. And life has been breathed into Team Liquid once again.
How long can they hold on to that life is the question. A bit of a waning pulse here. Heart is still beating as Russia, an immense amount of damage, pushes good damage back onto Penny, but obviously can go ahead and heal himself.
Yeah, just... Oh man, that was close.
Yeah, somehow Camo not taking any damage there. Double setup, peek in towards Seward, gets away scot-free. Kiko now planted outside of B. So is Russia going to look to try to go for this peek and finds the timing as Levius is there as well.
What a read.
Penny dead, YZ, he's swinging around the back once again. Son of the Kiko, nothing that he can do. One by one they fall, just getting torn to bits. Billy flawlessly get themselves now up to match point. Team Liquid need 3 in a row to force OT.
This is just a brilliant read here by BLG. They're not getting any pressure anywhere else on the map, and Rugia had a little bit of a scrape in towards B early, and Team Liquid thinks, well, there really isn't much defense here on the B site. I think that's going to be open for the taking. And we did a lot of damage to Rugia, so he's probably going to be playing pretty far back, pretty cautiously. But that is exactly when BLG is stacking 3 players into there, and they strike.
YZ looking to get aggro here, but the turret dissuades him. Might just have saved Team Liquid as they quickly get themselves barreled in towards this B site. Cam is set up. Shock not going to be able to get the hit there. Fucking Fury going out, looking for the targets, and Camo making that stinger sing.
Last player standing.
Kiko holds down Garage, YZ dead. And that leaves just K-Knight all alone on the opposite side of the map to try to go for the save. Will have been heard. Need some noise going down in towards Sewer. Some Camo. We wanted to push to try to get the punish here, take that weapon out of his hands. Billy will have money for another buy, but it seems like Team Liquid not quite finished here yet.
Yeah, we're going to go for another match point. Penny moving up into heaven. K-Knight, though, just going to tuck in behind the box. Try to wait this out. I don't think Penny's going to find the opportunity. That should be the next round. Just a crazy call here from Team Liquid. Love the idea. Said, hey, it didn't work last time when we took kind of our time getting to the B site, but if this time, just pedal to the metal right off the rip, we can catch him off guard, and that stinger, deadly. Camo's hands. Kiko there to follow up.
One enemy remaining.
YZ only good for 1 before he shut right
I
down.
don't say anything. The way I die is impossible to play. Keep it.
Very solid read. I mean, clears out that trip, but also gets a good amount of damage onto Levius. Up and over the top, immediately going to be dropping back as Camo overdrive popped, working his way forward out of Garage, sets up the fast lane, gets a ping reveal onto 1, spots out Neff, instantly finds the kill. Penny gets rid of Levius. Russia still here at backside, but now they know exactly where he's at. He's fully flashed up, and Penny's able to get the elimination. K-Knight once again, last one standing, this time no escape. Flawless fashion, Team Liquid are 1 round away from taking us to OT.
Once they accelerate, their coordination is so good. They're just finding these great moments here. What a read from Camo. He got the spot. A lot of players would just go for back plat there off of the info from the Sova, but he's wise to check that angle. On top of the box on the side.
He knows they're contained.
Brilliant.
1 round to go for OT. Toronto, do you want to see it? Well, let's see if Liquid can deliver. No operator to be concerned about. Levius just with a sheriff. Russia with a judge. Set over at the entrance of C, but right now Liquid not looking to play around that site.
taking their time this round, thinking about how they want to make this execute go if they decide to go for the B hit.
For a little bit of a trap play here. Nothing Fury, however, it's going to be a big whiff at the end. Nothing spotted now, don't have that to try to dissuade a plant coming through. Camo, hell of a lot of damage. Delta can't quite find an elimination.
Patty Tech, he's waiting for YZ.
Swinging it around the back, and Patty Tech is able to win out the fight. Gets himself his third kill. Might just have gotten his team into this OT to still have a chance to take us to that map 3. Penny instantaneously finds Levius there in the head. K-Knight dropped. It's just Neff and Russia to try to turn this on its head, but it's just not gonna happen. Neff all alone, whittled away, down to 37. Spots out Serial, but can't do a damn thing about it. They know he's not on it. The time is bleeding away. The recon cleared out, but there's the final kill. 12 to 12. Strap in. We're going to overtime, baby.
Switching sides.
Phenomenal, phenomenal stuff from Team Liquid. Able to really pull it together. As that half wore on, you thought maybe Billy had this done, but 3 rounds in a row for Team Liquid sends it into overtime. And Penny coming up huge, the hometown hero, going big. And a short notice call up.
Nice!
Impresses here for Team Liquid on Haven.
23, 15, and 12 for Penny at the moment. 3 charges, all that is needed in OT to try to get that run it back online. Billy starting on the attack. See how they fare. It's going to be a bit of a crunch for crunch, and Camo gets the headshot on the YZ. And that has spelled disaster for Billy throughout these 2 maps whenever he gets dropped first. Just spotting, Paranoia, high value, but opts to save it for now. No real way for K-Knight to try to push forward, given that the smoke is just right here in his face.
Yeah, they just got to get away. That drone even catches a ping there, so Team Liquid still going to maintain their hold over at A. Levius trying to get some information over at B. Smoke in his face, though. A little bit of a timing there on the nano. Once this alarm bot gets popped, they're going to know.
Trying to clear it out. Sprints into the door.
They're going to tuck a player over into the sewers. Looks like they're setting up to try to get onto B, but got a couple players ready.
Penny watching here on the angle. Smoke does come through. Blocking them off the connector. Tiny amount of damage going to be taken there as they send out the hot hands as well as a shock, and Camo notes the lurk. K-Knight dead. It's got to be a repump, but a double push into B. The spike at the moment is going down into sewers. It's about to hit Camo, and Camo finds himself with a 3K.
Last player
Levius is now
standing.
the last one alive for Billy. The time is not there. The round is already over. Team Liquid, they find themselves in the lead. Map point is now theirs.
Switching
Unbelievable. 4 in a row now for Team Liquid. They've got a real chance to send this over to Sunset. It's been a while since we've gotten to see that map. We may get our first look here at Masters Toronto as it comes back into the pool, but this is just only themselves. Get a little bit of info on these deep positions, something that was just talked about, I'm sure, in that timeout. Was how patient Team Liquid was being outside of A main in that lobby area. See if you can get some info on them. And that has been kind of a tell. Maybe they're going to go B or C.
Swing coming in. Camo eating a bit of damage there. Just opting to back away. They almost want to clear out any potential util situated here in garage. Nothing to be found there. YZ though, pushing out. Double push in towards mid, but turret keeps them honest.
Neff was so patient with his util there. Thought maybe throw the fault line off of some of that contact with the Killjoy util, but BLG doing a good job reading this. Got players in position. They've got the Sentinel utility. K-Knight, full salvo ready with his.
2 trips to try to intercept. The smoke does fall. Tripwire going to be cleared.
30
Recon up
seconds left.
over the top. Does get the ping reveal here on the Levy as a slide to the back. Hembo able to go ahead and find that kill, but Wisey quickly trades it back. 1 for 1. Sat here, tucked into the corner, fighting back.
Spike
Serial
down
dead.
A.
Penny kill off at the same time. Kiko now activating the flank, sends out the paranoia, trying to open up for Patek, but the time is just not there. The spike is stranded on the opposite side of the site, and Billy will get the reset. 13-13, we're going deeper.
That is a
Switching sides.
beautiful round and a
Overtime.
great timeout for Billy. They read that from start to finish, using their util early to force Team Liquid back, then getting the ID that they were still stuck by their spawn. Using that info to lock down the B and C site, force the rotation over to A where they are waiting with open arms. And even though YZ spraying through some smokes, his position not particularly obscured.
Early alert systems are concerned. It's quickly cleared out. Fastlane now going to be sent. A couple shots out from Serial, fishing for some damage, but none to be found. Spike quickly going to be planted here. Legally in control. Team Liquid now needing to go for the retake.
This is normally where Billy's really good, really solid, is in these post plants. But it's a straight up 5v5. Still have the paranoia, still have some flashes. Now you know where YZ's at.
So it's exchanged, and Patek just swings in. Ping reveal long enough to be able to find that kill, but Camo Serial quickly going to be taken down as they're out into the open, and K9 is massacring them. Billy once again find themselves in the driver's seat. One more round win on this defending side, and they will be beating Team Liquid 2-0.
Love the way Billy thinks about this round. They're going to be slow pushing up towards C long the whole time. And as soon as that camera, that Levius throws out, gets cleared, that's when they turn on the jet. Smokes are out, fast lane's down, they're on the site, they're getting the plant, they're getting into comfort, they're setting up their crossfires, and they handle it brilliantly. Now Team Liquid's going to take a go.
All set up to try to go for the orb here. Levius just sat back sight, staring at the camera. As Neff nearby to try to slow up this approach. TP up on top of the plat. A little bit of a stun there on the Kiko. Looks for the transfer, cannot make it happen. It's just going to be a 1-for-1. Richard finds the kill. Wisey
Spike down.
find one, but the trades are there from Team Liquid. Keep themselves in with a player advantage. Rusha and K9 try to get themselves back into this site, but it seems like it's not going to happen. They have to clear out 2 more. Spike now being planted. Shock Dart doesn't connect. Run it back is there. Quickly cleared. K9 sees his head. Tries to spray him down, but Penny stands tall. 14-14, we keep going.
He's done it again. He is incredible. 28 kills now for Penny. Just a couple of days with the team, and he is playing out of his mind. Slams into the site, breaks things open, and when it looks like K-Knight was going to send BLG into the 1-0 stage of Swiss, Penny had other thoughts.
Nearly ejected from his seat. Can't fault him for that. For Bile, there's nothing more to be done. BLG being it quiet here to start now, looking to try to storm their way forward onto the site. However, stun connecting YZ, he's not able to get around back site, so they cannot get a pick here onto Serial. Hiko TPing forward, Serial finding the shot. Rusha going to be taken down. Aftershock to try to flush them out into the open. Here comes the sprint. Here comes the spray. Definitely for the transfer on for the turn. Cannot make it happen. Serial is there. And Penny once again closes out the round. 15-14, Team Liquid.
Match point.
One away from sending us to sunset.
You can't have mistakes like that. You can't fault line YZ when he's got that relay bolt nailed on top of Serial to clear back flat, and that's when things crumble. That buys Team Liquid the time they need to get in there and back up their Sentinel. Nice! Little bit of a mistake, and it costs BLG dearly.
Can we reset once again? BLG back onto the defense. YZ up and over the top. Here's the sprint coming through. Instantaneously finds a headshot. Penny going to be taken down. Camo alive. Still looking to scale forward here. Gets the spot out. Gets some damage in, but cannot confirm the kill there. And Serial fighting back for 2 more. Step into the corner, finding one, but it's not fast enough for Keiko. It's all on Levius. The swing in, finds a headshot, but Serial gets it done! 16-14! We are not done yet! Map 3! It's gonna be coming up as Team Liquid persevere on Haven.